Okay, so men's mental health is absolutely a serious topic. However, the problem with men's mental health is it's only as serious as other men will allow it to be. In other words, it's hard to have a serious conversation, a serious we need to take care of our boys moment when other men really feel like it's okay to downplay another man's traumas just because they don't feel like it would be as traumatizing for them. In other words, this is basically me talking about the Saeed, Nina Lynn, and Zoe Spencer situation that happened 8-ish months ago. I know it was about 8-ish months ago because I watched Omizi cover it the first time. He's covered it about 2 times, but when I say I watched him cover it the first time, I mean I watched the video when it came out. I was about 2 days or so late when it happened. Him and about 2 or 3 other content creators were talking about it. But the thing about it is, Saeed talked about it. It came out on stream. Then Saeed talked about it. He was practically laughed off the internet. And then he talked about it again, talking about how it made him dig up some of his past traumas, a situation where he could not run from because he was a kid. And the thing about it is, you had guys come out calling him a little boy. You had guys calling him, he's a geeky ass nerd type dude, blah, 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 blah. And basically, they're trying to invalidate him in saying, I wouldn't have handled it that way. I'd have tore that down. And it's like, okay, I get it. But it wasn't you in that situation. It was him. He said no, and that's just it. It should have been left at a no. And the people who said, well, he said no, but he was giggling, smiling, he was entertaining himself. People who say things like that are stupid and don't have any real interaction with they don't have any real interaction with others, basically, because just because someone looks like they're giggling, just because they look like they may be enjoying themselves, doesn't mean they are. A lot of women don't actually, if you actually know anything about a lot of women in general, a lot of women don't are worried about telling a guy no and he loses his stuff and he starts throwing haymakers. Yes, it's happened, even though it's not really even though statistically, yes, you are more likely to end up in a relationship that may go nowhere than you are to find yourself getting a haymaker just because you tell a guy no. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's not what they're thinking about. In other words, again, understand when either A, take no to mean no, or B, get to know people and their body language, understand that, oh, she's just not interested, move on. And that's essentially, like I said, no means no. He was telling them no. They were bulldozing through his boundaries, and essentially that's all it is. At the end of the day, when you put up a boundary and you have people bulldoze through it, it absolutely hurts. It absolutely hurts you. It absolutely makes you feel like you're less of a person because another individual just completely steamrolled your boundaries. And yes, Ty Lil did intervene, but even though Ty Lil intervened, it was almost like he was like, all right, leave my dog alone, leave my dog alone. It's not like he just, hey, stop. And the worst part for Saeed in the situation is when you actually think, if Saeed were to like Hulk out and push Zoe Spencer or Nina Lynn off of him, he absolutely would have looked like the bad guy. So his only situation, so the idiots basically making fun of Saeed for not accepting the act of physical self-insertion. They're basically saying his only option was to take it and move on. And when you think about it, That sounds a lot like the music and entertainment industry. In other words, hey, these bigger people are trying to mess with you. Just let them mess with you. And no, I'm not even simply talking about the act of physical self-insertion. I mean hazing. I mean actual bullying. I got. I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the big man on campus. I'm gonna throw this rock at you. Not a rock, but I'm gonna throw some stuff at you, and you have to accept it if you want me to be in your movie. If you want my name attached to your thing. Or if not, I can tell all these people, hey, this person, this is that, the third. Now you get blackballed. That's that's kind of the situation. Now, it's not me saying be. What I'm getting at is it. You want people to take men's mental health seriously, then it takes guys not trying to shame another guy for the experience they had and how they responded.